If you're a law-abiding gun owner with a permit, your rights just been stripped unilaterally for 30 days.
Who are you looking out for? The criminals? Are they in your back pocket? Are you making money for that?
So constitutionally illiterate, she actually stated that she thinks she can override the Constitution.
We miscalculated how much money we had set aside for Ukraine, so we have an extra $4 billion to send now.
We've given triple that to people during the pandemic.
Said that if that Hunter Biden laptop story
Have any arguments against that right now? And I want to see how it goes.
Pound sand, lady. Absolutely not. In what world does she think she has the authority to do this? We literally just had a Supreme Court hand down a ruling in Bruin that says the right to carry a gun outside the home is in fact included under the Second Amendment. I should also note that she gets to maintain her armed security detail, but
Facts! Somebody just now wrote that. Look. Somebody inside my stream just now wrote that exact same thing. You see it right there. You see it? While her security team is weaponized. Yeah, she ain't riding around butt naked. She not riding around butt naked at all. Her people are going to be armed to the teeth. All right? But guess what? Everybody else, nah, y'all ain't going to be, y'all not going to be armed. And if y'all do, for the next 30 days, we going to lock your ass up. Who are you looking out for? The criminals? Are they in your back pocket? Are you making money for that? This is emotionally led. And I'm not saying that because she's a woman. I'm just saying this is extremely emotionally led. And again, this happens in a lot of blue states, and it's emotionally led. It's emotionally.
you and I can't do it, and not in New Mexico. It's unbelievable. This unbelievably self-righteous governor at a press conference also appeared so constitutionally illiterate. She actually stated that she thinks she can override the Constitution and the Supreme Court.
Yeah. But your point is valid.
You took an oath to the Constitution. Isn't it unconstitutional to say you cannot exercise your carry license?
With one exception, and that is if there's an emergency, and I've declared an emergency for a temporary amount of time, I can invoke additional powers. No constitutional right, in my view, including my oath, is intended to be absolute.
What the hell is she talking about? In case of an emergency, if it's an emergency, lady, why in the hell do you think people are carrying guns around? Why do you think people are licensed carriers? Huh? They carrying it around for fun? Are they carrying it around so they can impress their friends with a selfie video for TikTok? They can, start rolling it around their fingers or something. No, it's for emergency. All of it is for emergency. What the hell are you talking about, lady? Impeach her, man. I know you can't impeach her. That's just what I'm saying. But lock her up.
I think she's confusing like martial law or something. I'm seriously. Look, even David Hogg, of all people, the anti-gun mouthpiece for the left, he realized this, tweeting, quote, I support gun safety, but there is no such thing as a state public health emergency exception to the United States Constitution. You know what? Congratulations, David Hogg. Welcome aboard. And you know who else realized this? The majority of residents and other government officials in that state. On Saturday, Bernalillo County District Attorney Sam Bregman, after sitting right next to the governor, made it very clear that he will not be enforcing Grisham's ban on concealed carry. He said, quote, as an officer of the court, I cannot and will not enforce something.
Yeah, and that's the video we just now watched. And because we're doing our due diligence, we're trying to figure out exactly what the hell is on this lady's mind. But guess what? Her own of police is saying, nah, I'm good. Our guys are out here. Our guys see what's going on out here. And then his own family members just now went through the same exact thing. He's like, no, nah, it ain't happening. Oh, she said that for real? I do realize you my boss. I do realize that you were voted into office and all that other stuff, blah, blah, blah. And you think your sugar honey iced tea don't stink and you make the rules and the laws for everybody. But guess what? It ain't happening. Joe Rogan has a statement, or he has a message for the governor of Hawaii. And here it is. This is my very first time hearing it. Just going to play it out and we will talk about it right after it's done.
A governor going on television after a massive tragedy where you have, we don't even know the number of people dead yet. you have this massive area that's been burned to the ground.
Yeah.
And then he starts talking about taking it over for the state. That's an insane position to take.
It is.
Post-tragedy. When
And
people are suffering at their most, they can't
Yeah.
even believe it happened.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he's saying, we're going to take it for the state and make a memorial? How about give the fucking people their homes back?
Exactly.
You know, one of the things we went over yesterday, which is a crazy number, we were looking at the amount of money that was accidentally sent to Ukraine. Like they oversent $6 billion. And then I said, well, how much would it cost to rebuild every house in the Maui fire? And it's $5 billion, $5 billion something.
Yeah.
Like that's just like accidental money. Yeah. But there's no talk of doing that. Yeah. There's no talk of doing that. Isn't that interesting?
The way, and it's happened 2 or 3 times now where the Pentagon has said, oh, we miscalculated how much money we had set aside for Ukraine. So we have an extra $4 billion to send now that we didn't know we had. And this has happened a few times. Secretary of State Tony Blinken went to Kiev yesterday promising, hey, we're going to give you another $1 billion now. And this is the thing. When I was out there in Maui, person after person was like, Tulsi, tell me what would happen if we started to call ourselves Ukraine. You think they would give us some money then?
Tulsi Gabbard that's a really attractive lady, man. She is beautiful. She is beautiful.
Take care of our families, to fix our roofs, that have been torn up by the hurricane winds that came through, to make sure we have clean water to drink. You think they might pay attention to us then? And then FEMA comes.
I'm paying attention to you now, girl. I'm paying attention to you now, girl. Okay.
To us then. And then FEMA comes out. The FEMA director comes out and does this press conference. I think it was at the White House. And she says, well, someone said, well, what are you doing for Maui? She's like, oh, we're giving a one-time $700 payment to everybody who's been impacted by the
700 got daggone dollars. Come on, guys. 700? What is 700? Okay, first of all, I'm not going to poo-poo on $700. $700 is a lot of money, okay? But it's not a lot of money when you've lost everything. That's my distinction. That's the difference. $700 is a nice, substantial amount of money. It really is. But not when you've lost everything. It just isn't. Sorry, it isn't. We've given triple that to people during the pandemic. Triple that, double that. Easy. Double and triple that. Y'all remember that, but who am I? Let's go.
The wildfire, a one-time $700 payment. Hawaii has the highest cost of living in the entire country. And how freaking insulting is it to have the lead disaster response administrator from the Biden administration stand there and proudly say, hey, we're giving everybody one $700 payment.
That is something like, and listen, I don't want to piss off the Trump supporters, but I was not fooling with Trump at all when Puerto Rico had that big tropical storm disaster over there. And then Trump went over to Puerto Rico and started passing them out. He was shooting paper towels at him like this. He had nice form though. He did have nice form. Like he was following through and everything. Everything was like he was locking his wrist and everything with the follow through. He had to follow through. But Trump was just like, take this paper towel. You take this paper towel. Take this paper towel. But that's obviously a joke because he was there. He was present. He was giving out paper towels. He was giving out water. He was giving out tissue. He was giving out those type of things. Those are the type of things that we miss. Whereas you have other presidents who don't even damn show up. Other presidents who finally, when they do finally show up to the Maui situation, and a reporter asked him to make a statement. He didn't make a statement about it yet. And this says no comment. That's what Joe Biden said.